Good morning, ụtụtụ ọma, good afternoon, ehihie ọma, good evening, mgbede or anyasị ọma. Igbo mma mmanụ, Igbo ndị ọma eji eme ọnụ, Igbo ndị eji eje mba, Igbo ndị a na-ekwu ekwu a na-eme eme, Igbo Chukwu gọziri agọzi. Ana m ekele unu n'oge awa a. Eji m oge awa wee na-eme gịnị? Wee na-ekele anyị, wee na-ajụkwa ama m na ahụ siri onye ọbụla ike. Kedu ka eke si anya anwụ? Amakwa m na eke na-eme gịnị? Ọ na-anya na-atụgharị. Eji m n'aka na ahụ dị ezi na ụlọ na mba niile dị iche iche ebe onye si na-ele anyị na-ege anyị ntị n'oge awa a. Ọ bụ Oriakụ Linomi with Passion, bụkwa Christiana Passion ka unu na-anụ olu ya n'oge awa a. Na-elekwe n'oge awa a wee na-asị Igbo ndị ọma, ọ ga-adịrị unu na mma, ọ ga-amara unu mma, ojije na mbata unu ọ ga-adị mma, ga-abụ ihe a gọziri agọzi. Ana m akpọbata unu n'ihe ọmụmụ anyị taa na Linomi with Passions TV. Na-ekele unu, na-akpọbata unu n'obodo niile unu si na-ele anyị, na mba niile dị iche iche bụ unu si na-ele anyị nnọọnụ. Na-egbu n'oge anyị n'ihe ọmụmụ anyị bidoro na izuụka gara aga, nke anyị kpọrọ isiokwu ya ihe ndị Igbo na-asọ nsọ, which is Igbo taboos. Nke a bụ nke agbara abụọ ya, which is the part 2. Unu cheta n'izuụka gara aga onye nkụzi anyị bụ the best teacher in the world, Mazi Eburuaja Solomon, bidoro ihe nkụzi, mana ihe ndị oyibo na-akpọ network was not compensating with us last week. Anyị wee sị gịnị? Anyị ga-alike ka ụmụnne anyị na ụmụnne anyị ndị na-ege anyị ntị n'ụwa dum mee gịnị? Ghọta ihe a na-akọzi, ka ihe a na-akpọ network hapụ ime gịnị? Hapụ ịbụ an obstacle to the class. So ọ ya mere anyị ji wee mee gịnị? Wee mee nke part 2 ya. So I'm using this opportunity to welcome you all around the world, wherever you are watching us from. This is Linomi with Passion TV and also Christiana Passion. Please, if this is your first time of coming across our channel, please pause, subscribe, share, and like our videos. Okay? You know, this platform is a ministry, like I always say. Please invite your friends, share it to your friends. Tell people about Linomi with Passion TV. It doesn't hurt. It's free of charge to subscribe. It's free of charge to share. And it's free of charge also to like. The more you like the videos, the more you like our videos, the more YouTube introduces our programs, our videos to the world. So thank you so much. I don't want to waste much of our time because the class is up and running. Okay, last week we started talking about the taboos in Igboland, the avoids of Igboland, the things ndị Igbo na-asọ nsọ. The class started, but the network wasn't friendly. So we decided to have part 2 of the class. So I'm using this opportunity to welcome each and every one of you who left whatever you are doing in your tight schedule to be in class. I'm welcoming all of you. So today will be the last class, okay? Yeah, because, you know, this is a school. we are rolling with Nigeria school calendar. So we'll be on holiday. The rest of the information, you will get it from the best teacher in the world, Mazi Solomon. So without wasting much time, I will give us just 1 minute to share this program, to like this program, to invite someone. I want people to come and learn the do's and the don'ts of the Igbos. I know, even, I don't know anything. I am just a host. I am also learning. I am a student too. So if you see that Mr. Eburuaja is exploding, he can't wait to start. So I wouldn't want to waste his time. I wouldn't want to waste his time. So I will use this medium to welcome him, Mr. But remember, when you want to talk to him now, you say married man before you ask any question. Please, married man. Then before you ask your question, remember he's not a married man. Oh, yes, Mr. Eburuaja, you are welcome. Mr. Eburuaja, married man. You're welcome to today's program. And I'm giving you the platform. Obunkege.
All right, good evening. Onye isi ọkanga, ekelekwa m gị. Solomon ozi Mazi. Mazi is Mr. Opposing. Anyways, well, I thank God for that, and I greet you all. I greet you all once again. Happy New Month to each and every one of us, especially our students, and also our proprietors. This is a kind of a moving trend. She has said it all. Evangelize, do the work of an evangelist, and do the work very well. Share, invite people, subscribe, and like. All those things are very good. It helps promote our institution. All right, without wasting much of our time, Mr. Amos, thank you so much. You're welcome. Last week we were discussing about the taboos in Igboland. Aso-Nso. And I don't want to go or to rephrase what our mommy said. She has already said it all. There was a kind of challenge we had last time, and that made it very difficult for us to flow very, very well. But then today we are going to continue. In Aso-Nso, there are some of the things that are taboos in Igboland, which we are going to talk about today. There are some things that are not a taboo, but it is a kind of institution that they instituted by themselves. And there are some things that appears unethical, unideal, and which even an average human being will school at that. If anybody fall short of that very or commit such a crime. About taboos, and I made mention of male and female. It was as if I was against female. I'm not against female. I'm a feminist, but then when a woman does that which is wrong, I also reprove her. Yes, I love women, and I love protecting their interests, but to an extent. Now, one of the taboos, on which I will tell you, it was as if the God knows. Well, it was during the course of this that somebody also committed such a taboo again. Recently, one of the communities, I'm going to just say it's in my town, and that one is an abomination. In Igboland, it is a taboo for a married woman. It is a taboo for a married woman to cheat on the husband. It is an abomination. It is an abomination for a man to sleep with a child, an underage. A pedophile. It is a taboo. It is also an abomination for a child, a grown-up child, to sleep with the father's wife. You don't try such a thing in Igbo tradition. Once such a thing happens, it causes a lot of calamities. It brings shame to the family. It brings shame to the person who committed a crime, and it also brings shame to the village. Because when others will be talking about such a thing, they will be making jest of you, especially if you are from that very community that committed such a crime. When you want to talk, people around there will say, are you not the one that so person committed such a crime in your community? That look at what your community do. This is what their men do. Especially a community, a grown-up man, that a grown-up man, defies, underage student, children, especially pupils. It becomes a kind of a bad remark to the community, and it is not a good one. It is a bad one. It is a taboo for a woman to fight in the markets, in the market square. And why I'm saying all this is for those of us in diaspora or who were not born in Igboland. Please, when you enter any market and it happens that one of the women there, maybe is looking for your trouble, you better ignore her. Do not, do not fight in the market. It is a taboo. Yeah. Even if the woman pushes you, instead shout hallelujah and they just walk past her. Ignore her entirely. Ignore her. And it is a taboo in Igboland for a woman to call her fellow women a thief. If it's not good, because you're going to prove it. That is when you will see that the government of women are very strong than the government of men. Like, if I'm a woman and I take offense with mommy and call her a thief, the women from her community will come to my community early morning, as early as 4 a.m. or 4:30 a.m. and wake the community up. I must come out to prove how she's a thief. I must come out to prove how she's a thief. And it is not that day the women will not go anywhere. They will come in their 100. All of them, both the aged people, they will come with their staff with gray hair. You need to see that even the men will just be far from them, because that day, because women, if women tells you, no, we are not going anywhere, that's the end of it, and there's nothing you can do about it. And you cannot plead to appease them. There must be something. You must do something to appease them, because you called your wife a thief. So, so you better, even if you are having an exchange of words with your fellow women, you don't need to. You don't need to call the woman the woman onyori. And it is here Aso-Nso, it is a taboo for a man to call a married woman a harlot. It is a taboo. You are going to prove it too. And it is not a kind of a small case. Yes, you are going to prove it beyond reasonable doubt that that woman is not getting it. And it is a taboo for a woman to conceal the pregnancy of her daughter and sell the child. That one is a serious case. The community will punish you for doing such a thing. It is a taboo. You don't do such a thing. Yes, it is a taboo. It is also a taboo for a woman to show the men her buttocks, flashing her buttocks on the men, flashing her buttocks at them. You know, no matter what they did to you, you don't need to flash your bum to them. It is a taboo. It is a very big taboo. You don't need to flash that thing because you have already desecrated their faces, and you have yes, you are going to pay dearly for that. Yeah, there was a woman that did that. The men were doing their meeting, their village meeting, and she had a problem with the husband, and the men wanted to bring peace between the wife and the husband. So the woman couldn't hold it. All of a sudden, she turned her back on the men and flashed the. Though she was putting on clothes, so she didn't show the photos stark naked, but she just flashed it. Flash it, it became an offense. Yeah, she paid dearly. You don't do that, even to your husband. You don't flash your bum to your husband, though. You don't. Aso-Nso, yeah, we body no, Aso-Nso. So you don't do such a thing. For women, please take notes. Take notes. Don't do like in Docha. In Docha, they make a hit. We are not in Docha. We are Africans, okay? You don't flash your bum to your husband, angrily. You can do that, maybe jokingly, inside, where nobody will see you, inside, where nobody will see you. But when you do it in the compound where people have seen you, it becomes an offense. That means you have desecrated that man's face. Yeah, you have desecrated the face. Even the man. And you need to do something about it. It sounds funny, but it's our tradition. You don't do that. It is a taboo for a man to beat up a married woman. You don't do that. You don't. You don't do that. Yes. No matter what that woman did to you, you need to wait for the husband to come back. You don't have any right to beat that woman. Yes. You don't beat her. Don't beat her. And don't say her any bad word. So that you will not lose control and call her names that she is not. Now you start raising dust. It is also a taboo for a woman to raise her hand up and slap the man or the husband. It is true that this time, women jokingly, I don't know where they learned that thing from, jokingly, and maybe jokingly, now, honey, this kind of a thing, and you tap the man here. You have slapped him. Honey, this kind of a thing, he's a tapping. I didn't slap him, I just tapped him. It's a slap. Yeah, why would you do such a thing? Oh, you don't. Please, women, take notes, okay? Take notes. It is in Aso-Nso for a woman to, I said that I talked about it, to discuss about land matters. He don't. Yes, because who are you going to dialogue with? Who are you going to drag the land with? Is it a man? And there is something in Igboland that will say, why a woman that stoops to ease herself will stand before a man discussing land matters. You don't do that in Igboland. You must wait for your husband to come back home and do such a thing. Yeah. In the olden days, it is a taboo for a woman to climb up. But now, if you say it, they'll say it is civilization. In the olden days, you don't climb, a woman is not supposed to climb a tree. No, you don't at all. Because it is what? A taboo. It is a taboo. You don't climb. So that is it. Now it is a taboo. You don't. There is a reason for that. There's a reason why they did that. That when a woman climbs up, the land will be, seeing the woman's under. You don't do such a thing. You don't. And in Igbo land, there are many things. It is also a taboo for a woman to steal. Why in Zuri or we don't, take that lightly with a woman that, do such a thing. It is also a taboo for people, oh, we have saw something managing a meeting to, have intimacy. It is a sacrilege. Going to the village river to have intimacy, it is a sacrilege. Yes, when you are caught, you will be in serious trouble. You don't do such a thing at all. It is a sacrilege. And when you are caught, you are going to pay dearly for that. But this time, when they tell you that church has come, that same church that told you that they have come should also tell you that it is also a sacrilege for you to desecrate this thing, because it is believed that there is also a power from that river, and you don't need to desecrate it. So it is an abomination. You don't do such a thing in Igbo land. In Igbo land, okay? You don't do such a thing in Igbo land. It is an abomination. Now, it is also arrow for a woman to break a collar where there are men, or where there are men, especially in a public gathering, and even if that person is a queen, you don't have any right to break a collar or pray with the collar where there are men. You don't do that. Aso-Nso. Church did not stop this one. Church did not stop this one. Even the reverend father, the pastor, will call you to order. Woman, you are not supposed to break this collar. You are not supposed to. Aso-Nso, so much. And also it is a taboo for a woman to pick a collar. A collar that fell from the cola nut tree, to pick it from that very place it fell down. It is a taboo. You don't do that. If you are caught, that woman is a kind of somebody that the village will give a kind of honor. She will be. The only thing you will do to be on the safe side is when you see the collar and you desire to pick up that collar nut that fell from the collar tree, you wait until you see a man coming. You beg the man to pick the collar for you and hand it over to you. If you pick it by yourself, it is arrow. It sounds, this is nothing, but it is arrow. Yes, it is arrow. And the woman is not, it's not supposed to pick that at all. It is arrow for a woman on Ishobi, like sitting at the head of the Obi, that is an Igbo man, an average Igbo man's palace. And when you have to say you don't do that. You don't. Because a woman that does that, you have desecrated the Obi. Yes, so yeah, the second, you know what I'm talking about? Mommy will be saying, what is all this? Women, women, women. Are we going to throw women away? No, nobody is throwing women away. They are also important, but the authority is limited. In Igboland, you are not supposed to sit on the issue. You're not supposed to. You are not supposed to touch the offer of the obi. You don't have any power. Uh, your power is limited. It is arrow. It is arrow for a woman to touch the offer of a particular village or kindred. You don't do that. You don't do such a thing. You don't do such a thing. It is also an abomination for a father to sleep with her daughter-in-law. It is an abomination. Yeah, it's not good. It's whenever such a thing happens, the ear tinkles. Okay. It is also an abomination. Yeah, abomination for one to kill his brother, his own blood. Yeah, all the things we are saying. It is also a taboo, serious one, for a brother-in-law, for a man to sleep with her mother-in-law and also with the wife at the same time. Oh, no, 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 no. And Nigeria, we were God always gets angry, easily gets angry with such a man. Sleeping with your mother-in-law. No, you don't do such a thing. It is an abomination. It's unpleasant to hear such a thing. It is not good at all. It is unswal for somebody to tell the king, you are a liar. You don't do such a thing in Igboland. Even if the king is speaking lies, there are ways to approach the king. You don't tell the king, you are lying. The king does not lie you. Well, the only thing you will say is, the king, may you live forever. King, this thing you said now, please, I want you to review it very well, whether it is in order or whether it is not in order. Now, it is left for the king to advise himself that. But when you get up in anger and say, king, you are a liar, it is a taboo. You don't do such a thing. You don't do such a thing. It is also a taboo for you to remove the old landed mark. It is a taboo. You understand? You don't do such a thing in Igboland. Okay? The way our ancestors did it, that is the way it will remain. And it is also a taboo for two people to be dragging the issue. Even if this person is from another mother, this person is from another mother, and this person has a male this year, and this person has a male this year. You don't do such a thing. It is a taboo. Okay? You don't do such a thing. Okay? And I'll be taking it gradually. Then if you have any question to ask, you throw the question so that we'll forge ahead. I know when I was saying all this, mommy was surprised, was very, very surprised. What is all this women? Oh yeah, but the truth of the matter is this. Do you have any question? Before, there are many of them. So ask question. Ask question. Any question?
Mr. Eburuaja.
Let them ask question. I'm giving 5 minutes. Yes.
What did Igbo women do to the Igbos, the Igbo men, the Igbo culture, the Igbo Omenala? Why is the law, their culture, their custom all against the women? Women cannot sell land.
Nothing.
Women cannot buy land. Women cannot do what? Women cannot do anything. It's only the men. Why are we not regarded in Igboland? I know this was their custom. We're not talking about what we are now. We are in 2022, not in the 1700 and 1600. I think those days the men were trying to preserve their egos. Those days they told us that our education ends in kitchen. Those days, but in 2022, Owash is a lie. I will keep being against all this your omenalas, all this your fight against gender equality. I will keep fighting against it. What a man can do, we women, we can do it even more better. Quote us wrong. Ngwa, please, if you have question for him, and remember last week, Royal John asked question about an outcast married to a non-outcast. I told you to hold that question there last week, and she's here, so maybe I can look for the question and bring it back. Or Royal John, you can repeat your question from last week. And you said that women are not allowed to climb tree. Oh, to
It's
climb anything. Wait, to climb. Let me tell you. That was in the 1300s. Now, women, we climb anything unclimbable, not anything climbable, anything unclimbable. Okay, we climb it. Here, where in this part of the world where I live, women climb up, build houses because they also want to earn a living. So you and your umona, you have to go take this message back to your umona, the whole umona community. Something in Igbo or Haneze in Igbo. Take it back to them. Tell them that lean on me with Christiana passion. See, all those things they are saying, all washing, we in the whole world, we have risen up. Yes. And nobody can silence our voices anymore. Thank you, my brother.
Okay. You see, the truth remains, Igbo culture is not against women, but we are preserving them from being.
No, that is what it looks like.
You see, Igbo culture respects women's rights, but our own life and that of the Western people are different. Ndị ọcha bụ ndị ọcha. Omenala ndị tarakwa ọjị, omenala ndị tarakwa ọjị. Ọkwa mba na-achị n'olu n'olu. You see, in the Western world, a woman has rights even to slap the husband, and the man will not say anything. That is for Western world. In the Western world, a woman can do anything she feels like. But here in Africa, that is why I don't know, let me say it, this is a world channel. Let me say it here. Africa is the best continent in the world with the best cultural heritage. Even some white people learn from us. And we have been practicing this for a very long time, from time immemorial. And I always say that any tribe or people that does not have a particular and strict tradition and culture has lost their identity in the world. The culture of a particular people is their own identity. So the Western people, their own identity is known to all, and they practice that over there. Here in Africa, there are some laid down rules which they must, follow and observe, especially in the Western world. A man can come to, to visit the family, and the wife will bring out a cola, whether wine or whatever, and offer the man, whereas the husband is there. And they'll say, it is nothing, it is nothing. Here in Igboland, it is something, it is something. Yes, when you come to an Igbo man's house, the wife will only bring whatsoever the husband asks her to bring. She will give that very cola to the husband, and the husband will then offer the cola on behalf of himself and the family to the guests. But in the Western world, the woman is free, even the man has no say. This is our life, and that is how God created us. Even in the Bible, let me just come there. In the Bible, Paul, is it not New Testament? Paul in the Bible said something concerning women. He said, a woman is not supposed to ask a question in the church or say anything in the church. That if she has any question, she should reserve it when she goes home. She should ask the husband, a lady here passed up in a church. But we are not trying to say that. We are not trying to undermine their rights in the society. Okay? So in the world, I told you, Igbo people, we are the lost tribe of Israel. And when you watch our culture is not against women. Our culture protects them. But women think, okay, go ahead. The best. Thank you, Madam Mr. Social Mentor.
No. That's why I'm interrupting the class. Social mentor, please, where do you stand? Where do you stand? Are you wandering around? Are you for the women or you are for the culture? 1 second, you told us that other culture too don't allow the women to do something. It's only in the West women does everything. Now you turn around to start congratulating the teacher for saying that Africa has the best culture. Come on here. Come and prove it with me here. Come to the screen. We want to see you. You can't do this to the world. This is the link. You can click on it. Let the women see your face. They need to see you. What are you talking about? What best culture? If it was in those days, if it was in those days, we would not have someone like Mrs. Michelle Barack Obama. We would not have someone like the Vice President of America. No, because the men are trying to intimidate us to shut our mouth and stay in the kitchen. No, I stand for 2022. We can't go back from where we are coming from. No, I can't wait for my husband to tell me what to give to a visitor, to serve to a visitor before my brain will tell me. That means my husband is one thinking for me. I don't have a brain of my own. Tell me what culture is this? And I will tell you that I'm against it.
Culture from God. Culture from God. Anyway, my teaching is not against women. It's culture from God. God did it that way. You see?
Look at Kamala.
Let me just go there. You see, remember we said we shall.
If this culture is the best, we won't have someone like Ngozi Iweala.
No. No. You see, there are, you see, in those days, that is why next week Sunday, I'm going to talk about that. But let me just throw a little light. Yeah. In those days, the Igbo culture made a mistake. And the mistake was this. They shied away from training female, thinking that a woman is another man's property. And that made our women to be behind, what was, trending. Not until now, where their eyes are now open. Good. We are not against training them. Okay?
Mm-hmm. Please. This reminds, because of this discussion, please, do not fail to join us next week. Lean on me with passion. This is exactly the topic we'll be handling next week. I will have men and women in the house. We'll be talking about empowering a girl child and a boy child, which is more important. Please, if you miss any program we have on this platform, do not miss next week. Start telling people, women, please start sharing this topic, start sharing this program, start inviting people again next week Sunday, 6 p.m. Nigerian time. I want, please, women, I want our voices to be heard in 2022, so you can continue. This man is taking too much. They are taking more than what they can.
I want to ask you a question, Mommy. During the white wedding, when you're cutting the cake, whose hand is on top and whose hand is under? I don't know.
You said during the white wedding. You said white. We are not white.
No, whose hand is on top and whose hand is under?
I don't go to wedding searching for whose hand is on top and on whose hand.
Okay, let me say it.
You can't rope me in this. I stand where I stand.
The observation there is,
yes,
you see, even the white people on it. In the Western world, a woman can do anything she wants, but here in Africa, Igboland to be precise, our culture forbids women from doing some things that they are not supposed to do.
Like being a doctor?
No, we like it.
Like being vice president of the world?
No, our culture promotes that. Our culture promotes that. But our culture forbids the woman from ruling over a man. Our culture forbids the woman from ruling over a man.
Your culture prohibits a woman from plucking fruit from the tree, but encourages a woman to be a doctor. We need to look into that culture. Please, next week Sunday, join me on Lead on Me with Christiana. Please.
You see, our culture is the best. All these things I'm saying, is to tell you, okay, even in Africa now, in every difficult for them to do everything. Yeah. But see, our culture now, encourages family to train their female children. Yeah, you train them. But even after training them, because I'm not of the opinion that a woman will still remain in the kitchen after whatever. I'm not of that opinion. I don't support such opinion. I am of the opinion that a woman should be given a free hand, but not to 100%, to an extent. The power of a woman should be limited. Okay? Thank you. The man's hand is on top, showing how God created everything, that a man must be always be on top, and the woman under. So no matter what, even the Ngozi or Konji, she is still under the husband. She takes instruction from the husband. Whatsoever she does, she must obey the husband. But the husband has no right to stop her from, achieving whatsoever that is good for her to achieve for the betterment of the family. Okay? Now, there's something about, women, the Bible calls them weaker vessels. They are not weak, they are very strong. Women are very strong. And if a man is not careful, a woman will use the power of a woman to control a man. And that is what God hates. God even hates that a woman will be the one to control a man. It is not good. It is unethical. That is not how God planned it. Anyway, that is for that. That is for that. Now, let us continue from where we stopped, okay? From where all this culture, all these things I'm saying, I'm not just saying those things just to, it is a taboo. It is a taboo for a child to carry the father up for a child to carry the father up. Because the Igbo people says, when a child carries the father up, the regalia, the of the father is going to cover the child's what? Face. It is a taboo. You don't do such a thing. It is an insult. It is an insult. It is an outrage. It is an outrage. Okay, for a child. Like in the Western world, they say that a child has his own rights. In Igbo tradition, a child has his own rights too. But the right is limited. You don't have the right to talk back at your mother. You don't have the right to talk back at your father. Saying, "Oh, my dad, fuck you, man." You don't do that. You fuck who? Here in Nigeria? No. That is uncalled for. We don't tolerate that, and that is why there is a way we bring up our children. Okay, we train them very well. We don't believe in flogging a child. We don't believe in punishing a child, but we believe in training up a child in a very good way that the child must. It is his obligation to respect the parents. So it is also a taboo for a child to fight the mother, to beat up them also. You don't do that. It don't. Such a thing. It is a taboo for a child to see the nakedness of the mother. You don't. Or the father. Except during their old age, when they will not be able to put on their clothes, when maybe they are sick, you are free to go and take care of them. But when they are healthy, you are not supposed to peep to see your mother's nakedness. You don't do such a thing. It is a taboo. It is not even a taboo, it is an abomination. It is an abomination for a child to do such a thing. It is also an abomination for a father to see the nakedness of his grown-up daughter. Okay? It is an abomination. You don't do such a thing. Unless maybe, because in Igbo tradition, when you intentionally opens the door where your daughter is putting on her clothes, you have slept with her. Are you getting it? It is an abomination. It is an abomination for a father and a daughter to sleep on the same bed. You don't try such a thing. It is not even pleasant to the ear. You don't. Oh, yes, sleep there, overnight. Whether you did something or not, even if the thing enters the kinsman ear, you are not supposed to do such a thing. Because even if you say that you didn't do anything with her, there's a kind of eye, there's a kind of look they will give to you. And that kind of look, appears to be what? And, we paint that person as an irresponsible father. Okay, as an irresponsible father and as onyaruala, that is a bad person in the society. It is also an abomination for a brother to see the nakedness of his sister intentionally. Maybe she's taking her bath, you go in there. Why for? And what for? If you are caught, it is you're not supposed to do such a thing. So, when I was talking, it's not only for female, it's also for men. There are some things that in Igbo culture, there are some things that forbid men from doing some things. Are you getting it? Yeah, you don't do such a thing. It is an abomination in Igbo culture. Okay? So there are many things. Let me just say this: it is a taboo for a woman to sell an iroko tree. You don't do that. A woman has no right to do that. This one has nothing to do with the church. This one has nothing to do with the Western life. Western life is Western life. African life is African life. When you go to Rome, you behave like Roman. You come back to Africa, you behave like an African. So a woman has no right to sell an iroko tree. I know an iroko tree is a kind of is a general property. One person does not eat the money or the proceed from iroko tree. You must share it according to your generation. That's how you do it. So even in Igboland, if a woman wants to sell a land, the man buying that land must inquire and must ask the woman to please bring a mare, present a man that will stand for you, because it is a kind of, it is unideal, it is unethical for a woman to come out. I want to sell this land. You don't do that. But in the Western world, yeah, you can do that. But here you don't. You don't do such a thing at all. It is an abomination for a woman to sit on the king's throne. When such a thing happens, the woman has desecrated that king's throne. Another throne will be carved out for the king, because that old one has been desecrated because a woman sat on it. Because there are some kind of things that are there that a woman is not supposed to. There are some places in Igboland that a woman do not enter. There are some shrine a woman cannot enter in Igboland. No, you don't. When a woman comes, the woman will be asked to stay outside, because there are some things that the woman is not supposed to see there. Even her leg, the sound of her leg is not even supposed to enter that place. So she'll be asked to stay outside. I don't know why, but there are reasons for that. The reason is, if I say it now, all the women in the platform will be angry with Solomon. So that is it is not good. Okay. Yes. So these are the things that we do not do in Igbo tradition, all these things are taboo. All these things are abominations. Some of them are sacrilegious. So there are some things you do. There are some things you don't do. It is a taboo for somebody to go into a farmland where they cultivated yam to harvest a yam in the night. You don't harvest a yam in the night in Igboland. If you are caught, it is a taboo. Church did not stop you, did not stop this very tradition. You have desecrated that very farmland. You don't do such a thing. Okay? Whether a man or a woman or a child, you don't do such a thing. To harvest the yam. No matter how hungry you are, you don't do such a thing. Yeah, you don't do such a thing. What I'm teaching is teaching. Okay? Yeah, when we come to the other side of a pastor, I teach you, but what I'm teaching you is the people's tradition. Church teacher, tradition to preacher. So these are the things we don't do in Igbo, tradition. And that is why I said that Igbo tradition or culture is the best. The best. They have tried to reform it, to, modernize it. You cannot modernize it. Mommy, especially that women own, that women's side. Those things I enumerated that women don't do. In Africa here, in case, please, for those of you in diaspora, hearing the sound of my voice, please, whenever you come back here in Nigeria, do not pick orchid from orchid. Do not pick cola from a cloud that fell from a cola tree. Don't call a man to pick it. Do not break a cola. Yes, you can break that in diaspora. You cannot do that in Nigeria, especially in Igboland. You don't have any right to give your guest a cola, offer the person a cola, whereas your husband is at home. But you may offer your female folk, your female friend a cola, even if your husband is around. But so long as a man, as I am, I come to your house and your husband is around, you bring out orgy, I will not collect, I will not eat. Even as I'm a pastor, I will not eat it. No, I will look at you through eye. Yes, you must give that cola to your husband, and your husband will bring the cola and offer me that cola. Yes, yes, I will not eat that cola. Yes, that is. But in diaspora, anything goes. And I say,
Yeah, you said, let's assume, for instance, you visit my house. I give you cola. You will not collect until I give it to my husband, give to you. If I do that, you will look at me with two eyes. If you like, look at me with red eyes. I am giving you the cola. That thing that will happen tomorrow. Yeah, meta. Enough of special mentor. I don't know where you stand.
Yes, special mentor, God bless you. You understand what I'm talking about. Mommy, unless your husband gives you the authority, my wife, okay, the husband will first and foremost bless the cola. Okay? Your husband must bless that cola. Okay? And give you the ikikere, the authority to say, my wife, give Solomon cola.
What happens to my own blessing?
Mommy, everything has protocols in Igboland. Everything has protocol. Unless it is around, like what is wine. Well, yeah, I can take it, but since it is urgent, cool or not, I know The protocol must be observed before I eat. Yeah. At all. Don't mix it up. Don't mix Western culture with African culture together. You have adulterated it. When you mix Western culture with African culture, you have adulterated our culture, and it will be affecting us. It does. It does. It affects us so much. Yes. Please, you need to bear with us. That is how God created it to be. People are God's children. He gave us this very law, this very omenala. Saimepia. Ordinary Igbo. Saimepia. We should be observing it for him until he comes back to harvest us. So, I will keep on doing it. Even the greatest pastor, even Omopai, if Omopai visits you and you bring out kula, oji, nyenya, he may not eat it too. He will not receive, he will not collect it from you. He will ask you, madam, where is your husband? And he'll be looking at your husband. The husband must give authority. Okay, my wife, give me the collar. Once your husband blesses that collar, you are free to share the collar. I will collect it. Omopai will even collect and eat. But if the husband has not pronounced the ekpere, has not prayed the ekpere for the object, it is somehow. It is somehow. Yes, that's our tradition, and that is how God made it to be. But that does not mean that woman's rights is violated. We are not trying to undermine them, marginalize their interests in the society. We love them. We help them. We are just doing this to help them. We are helping them. Gone are the days when you say that a woman, career ends in the kitchen. No. That was there, not now. But even at that, mommy, even as you are, as a great woman that you are, when you come back here, you know our culture, and you must follow our culture. That's our culture. Over there you behave like a white woman, but once you come down here and your leg touches the Igboland or Ali, the God of Igboland, you are welcome. Behave like Igbo, please.
I know your culture. Yes. If I travel back to my father's land and I see a mango, ripe mango that I want to eat, I cannot pluck the mango in the name of culture. You see?
If you see a mango and you want to pluck a mango, you can pluck a mango, but don't climb it. Call a man to climb it for you.
I will climb it.
But when you see,
I will.
You can stone it. But you cannot climb it. You don't climb the mango. No, a woman does not climb. A woman does not climb. Yeah, because it is not good for a woman to climb.
Okay, I hear you. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, my people, I thank you so much for being part of Social Mentor TV. God bless you. You understood where I was really going. God will bless you. May God bless you and bless you and bless you and bless you. Bless you, Mom, at least for agreeing with us that Igbo culture is the best in the world. African culture is the best in the world. At least you believe. And thank God you're in Africa and you're promoting African culture through YouTube. As a YouTuber, God bless you. Keep on promoting this thing. It is an evangelism. We are evangelizing, telling the world what we do. So thank you. Today is 6th of August. Today is we are going to go on vacation. We are vacating, but the result has not been prepared. So I'm going to compile your answer scripts and your results. Then when we resume, We don't know who took first, second, and what third position. Till that time, I still remain your humble brother, Mr. Mazi Eburuaja Solomon. Wee na-asị ọya bala ọnụ n'otu n'otu. Ndewo.
Thank you so much, the best teacher in the world. We always disagree to agree at last. To all the women out there, be you Igbo, Yoruba, Hausa, Indigo, color, blue, yellow, purple, you know what I'll tell you? Let's love reign, okay? Let's just respect each other. That is all I will say. Husbands, when we respect you, please return our respect to you. I will sit here and say, oh, women, respect your husband or respect the men. No, let's respect each other. I know. Yeah. You were saying something. What did you say?
And let the respect be reciprocal.
Yes.
When a woman respects the husband, it is also the duty of the husband to respect that woman.
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you so much. That is it. My brother, social mentor. You were everywhere. You don't even know where to start, but it's okay. Don't worry. Well, when the result is out, I personally will prepare your report card. I will determine if you are passing or not. Oh, okay. What did you say? You are blessed. You are doing a good job. Yeah, thank you so much. Oh, yeah. Bye for now. Thank you. Yes. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. But we will not determine now. As a teacher, we are not announcing the person that took the first position. When we resume, the result will be out. You check your name on the notice board. When you see your results, you know that you have, or you are the one that took the first position anyway. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Bye-bye. My class. Forget about it.
Bye.
All right. Bye. Thank you so much. You are the best. All right. Thank you, everyone, for joining. I love you all. Thank you for making this class what it always is. And today is the last day for the class. We use the Nigerian school calendar, okay? So we'll be resuming back to class on September 17. That is when we'll be coming back to class. Yes, September 17. So please enjoy your summer. Enjoy your holiday. If possible, you can send me what you do with your holiday and I'll put it up here. All right. God bless you. Social mentor, thank you so much. Royal Dion, thank you so much. Amechi Paul, our class president. He had a foot surgery. So if you can just wish him a quick recovery here on this platform, I will appreciate it. That's why he hasn't been in class for 2 weekends now. Even though someone wanted to take over his position, I made him maintain that position. I don't know what position, but he is still the president of the school. Ingrid Sakara, you are welcome. Ugochukwu Okeke, you are welcome. And the rest of you. And to those of you who will rewatch this class, thank you so much. I am both in the middle, 50-50. Oh, okay. I hear you, social mentor. Thank you so much. Remember, your voices can never be stopped. Okay? You can go to any length you want to go in life to achieve whatever you want to achieve. And it's not that I am saying it, you determines it, you makes it happen. Just dream whatever you want to be and put it into practice. I assure you that your dreams will one day come to pass. Remember, I love you all yesterday. I love you all today. And please don't forget to join me next Sunday. Next Sunday, do not fail to join me next Sunday, being the 14th of August. We'll be discussing on the topic empowering the girl child or empowering the boy child, which is more important. I have 3 guests. Our teacher is one of the guests. Our humble professor, Professor Sunday Pusu, is one of the guests. And our pastor in the house, Pastor Mrs. Uche Mparu, will also be one of the guests. So it will be a powerhouse. Please join me next week, Sunday, 6 p.m. Let's know. Let's know. Is it more important to train a girl child or to train a boy child? Which of the genders is more important to empower in life? If empowering either of the genders, if one gender will change the world than the other, we will know all this. We'll find out all this next week, Sunday, 6 p.m. Nigerian time. Please do not miss it. It will be a good dialogue. I don't want you to miss it. Okay. And remember, I will always love you. I will always till September 17th. Love you.